for like months now. Truly blessed to have him with us on the team, and also, like for him to have joined us. So I'm talking about Kevin D. Gods. So we have two Kevins. So one is our, CMO, and Kevin D. Gods, who's been like phenomenal and has been helping us. So he's joined us today. Just a very quick update on one of our team members as well, like because we haven't been posting some info, but our team member Amresh, he's unfortunately been down with some serious illness for the last few days. So we are just hoping he recovers soon. But for the last few days, it's been like a little bad. Some related to overdose of medications with respect to migraine. So I think he's had a lot of painkillers and stuff. So he for the last few months. So I think that's impacted his liver and stuff. So yeah, for the last few days we have missing him, and it's been a little sad, but because there's a lot of work, and we also feel this is the first time any of the team members had to like take such a big long like a gap but we're hoping that he gets well soon. That's more important than anything else. But yeah, I mean, we that's what I think. Like, as a team, we've been like going hard for 2 3 years, and I think we haven't been sharing much about like the personal things and whatnot. But this kind of like like regularly waking up with migraines and like sustaining it with some painkillers and stuff, I think it's not good long term. So I'm hoping we do have some sort of like a different work culture moving forward. So yeah, let's see. That's one thing. And also, we have Casey. This is our first AMA post Casey joining PG Group as well. So he's here with us today. And then we have Kemuri, our CMO, who's Kevin as well. His name is also named Kevin. Then we have Nostradamus as part of our team. I think that's all I can see as our team members here. So, and Zero Cool. So we are looking to onboard Zero Cool back into PG to kind of like bring back the old vibes and start like I think we moved way too much as a corporate, and I think we missed out this the gaps that we clearly understand, but we just I think we just didn't we just thought we had time. We just thought we had time to fix those gaps between the community and stuff, but I think it just takes forever. Anyways, so kicking off, I think we wanted to first just like kick it off by announcing that we will be making this AMAs regular. I think no matter what happens, I think we have to keep it going. It's enough of. I think it's time for all you guys who believed and have been like sticking around. Henceforth, it does not make sense for us to be like, yeah, it's coming soon, just wait, and this is happening, that's happening. I think it's better to be transparent for you guys to see exactly what's happening. I know most of them, it's not about getting annoyed about like the TG being delayed and whatnot, right? Like maybe there are few guys who came in into Jirasan expecting like a TG to happen. Oops, there's some. I'll mute the person. Yeah. So maybe like there's some of them who came in expecting like TG happening the next like 1 week or 2 weeks or something after the flight. So but the majority of you who have been sticking around, I know the problem is not about the TG side, but the problem is about like the lack of comms, exactly not knowing what's happening in the back, and like what are the things we are working on. So this AMA, we're gonna show a bunch of updates and also on the products and what we are working on and things like that, so you guys are aware of what's happening, and touch base on what's exactly the reason why we haven't done the TG yet as well, and what are we waiting for, right? So that's basically the main this thing, and then we're going to have Kevin and Casey have their own talks on their views and stuff on what's going on. So to kickstart, right, like what is redacted again? What we are trying to do right now is become like this product publisher of sorts, right? So meaning, like for a project or a token to be successful, we need to have revenue coming in, right? I'll get to the point. What does it mean? For revenue to come in, how does it benefit to holders? If I just, as I said, if I just tweet like we're going to do a rev share, and everybody's going to go crazy. But the problem is, we need to have something sustainable. It's not as simple as just a revenue share. I've explained that many times. It's not just about $10 million divided by 10,000 people and you're done with it. So that's not how thing works. So what is it? What is a product publisher or a product this thing means with Redacted is that if we build one product, and it brings in X amount of revenue, we are stuck with that one particular product, and we are expecting that product to be extremely successful, and only that product to bring us revenue. And there are a lot of advantages and disadvantages to it, right? Like if there's one product, possibly like Bullets, then yes, perfect, right? And even for that to be very successful, it needs to have a lot more revenue coming in, like probably in multi millions a day. So you have one of or something like that, and then you grow it into like 100x and turn it into like a on-chain Binance. That's one of the things, right? But what if that fails? What if one product where you put all your effort and time in, and if it fails, and if the revenue does not come in, what happens to a business? So that is the thought process that we had like few months back. Why should we try to focus all the energy on just one product, and build it ourselves, where it takes time, it takes a lot of other efforts, rather than focusing on our strengths and trying to build this one big whole ecosystem by taking revenue shares from different products. So Redacted or PG Group as such, we are like product publishers. We have more than 14 plus products now at this stage. I think Andy is here, one of the products under Redacted. Andy is the founder of Gambler. So Gambler has been live for like 3 or 4 months now, has done more than $10 million in volume, cash flow positive business that's going on for a while. So we have a decent equity and revenue share on them. So this is one of the products, right? So what we're trying to do is we trying to own a percentage of various different products, and as these products grow and they become successful in their own niche, it could be 1 in 5 products can be extremely successful, or 2 in 5, or 1 in 10, or 2 in 20, or whatever the number is. We are spreading our bets. We are tackling or taking over different sectors depending on, not to depend on the meta, or if the meme coin meta is nice, perfect. We saw what happened last time where NFT marketplaces were making millions. Then the NFT market died. No one's making money with the NFT marketplaces, and the revenue is stopped. And now Trojan, Bullets, Photon, they are making money. What happens when the meme coin meta stops next, right? So this is where the whole the process came in into becoming like a product publisher as such. So this, as I said, it is not available in the web3 at this stage for people to like compare it and be like, oh, PG is trying to become something like this. But that's where that's where us, where we have to take that chance, and we are trying to do our best there. So any questions here, before I move to the next topic as such, going in depth on the products and things like that? Have to look at the ecosystem as a basket of investments. There'll be 1 to 3 outliers which will pay everything back 10x, similar to the VC game. In a way, yes, right? Like I think that is one thing, but our aim is to make all the products successful. Like whatever it takes. Like for example, with Gambler, they've already been doing well. We're connecting them with Abstract. Made an announcement yesterday that they're moving to Abstract with the help from Luca and the team at Pudgies. There's going to be more eyes. We have signed a partnership also with Memeland for stake land and stuff. It's not public yet, so which means there's going to be support and push from the Memeland side, wherever from their user base, etc. Right? So just letting you guys know, right? Like why do products want to come under us is because of things that we are offering. We kind of become like their like brainstorming partner. We become like a like a co-founder of the team, essentially, in that sense, to help those products and also get some benefits in return. You can try to make everything successful, and one would hope they all do, just not how it works though. That's exactly the point. Like we have to give our best to try and make sure all of them are successful, but of course not everything is going to be ultra successful. So we have to take, that's why we're spreading the bets, and we're not like sticking with just one sector, and just hoping that it sticks on to the community and hoping that it works, where versus spreading the bets across different sectors, and hoping that few of them actually hit. Memeland partnership is for redacted. Did Binance answer or respond anything? I think yes. I think they've been responding. So I think, I mean, like it is a process, guys. I think I don't want to jump into that. I'm going to come to the that part at this stage. I'm going to come to that part soon. See, I think what I don't think people understand is Average Saga. They got the pressure, launched the token yesterday, 1.2 million market cap, launching the token, and then they're like done with it. Like, I mean, I know the team and stuff. Like, I'm sure they're gonna do something. I'm just saying, like, projects just come in, launch a token. It takes like one day to decide that I'm gonna launch on a DEX, and then it's done. And then get a 1.2 mil market cap, destroy the whole community, destroy the whole process, and then what, people move on to the next, right? Like, I know the wait is annoying for a few of them, but if you I mean at this stage, I think we can only share the updates. I'm going to go through the updates of the products, and I'm going to go through the updates of what's coming next. But if that does not fit your bill, and if you think you can do make better use of money elsewhere, it has to be right. Like, there is no this AMA is not to convince people to be like, hey guys, please stay, we're coming back. It's to show what updates, what's happening and stuff in the back. And we don't want to do a shitty launch. We get one shot at this. And if you're going to do a shitty launch, our liability is done. We be like, we did the token drop. How many products token drop of this year has been successful, right? Like, we do not want to just be done with like a lot of projects like Champ. I think they did like 2 days back a Dex only. I don't know where it is at, but I heard it's kind of like dead as well. Average Saga launching today at like a 1.5 mil market cap. I think like random. Bro, I would rather put the valuation down and go Dex start like this. Don't rush with Binance. If you don't want to give them 10 billion, we don't have a problem giving the 10 million, right? We don't have the have a problem giving a $10 million. If you want to do a Dex only launch, I don't know if we can actually, what is the number we can hit, just by going a Dex only launch. It's not working because it worked for Xborg and stuff. The kind of things in the back end of a Dex only launch is very different. You have to let the token almost die, sweep all the tokens out, take it under your control, and then of course you have tokens in hand. It's going to go up. You can sell the tokens OTC and constantly keep the tokens going up until the bubble bursts, right? Xborg after launch went under the mint price, right? Like, they you like, it's easy to see after tokens being successful, but getting a control of the supply, it's like almost letting the token die on the first few days is very important to acquire the supply of the tokens, right? Like, that's what's happening. So it's not about not us not wanting to give the $10 million or whatever that exchanges ask for. It is doing the right thing. We have one shot and we want to do it right. Instead of just going out and just throwing a Dex only launch, and then I'm sure the community, you guys probably listening, probably not the ones who are getting the tokens outside, they're gonna just dump it hard and make the whole the sentiment really bad. So we haven't finalized that part yet. We are still waiting for it. We are going to probably give a deadline, as I tweeted. Deadline is not exactly for the community aside, because of the investors who have trusted and also invested in us. So we are ideally looking to launch in the next couple of months, one way or the other, whether it's a Dex only or a sex launch, whether it's a sex one with Bybit or KuCoin, or whether it's Binance and stuff. I think that's up to like the discussions that's going on. So yeah, better give it to your community than giving 10 million to Binance. See, I think what people are not understanding is Binance listing proliferates or pushes the token beyond the number that you can ever get by a DEX launch. So even if you are giving like $10 million to Binance, giving $10 million to community, uh, it's a different story. Like, you distribute 10 million. First of all, we need, like, the like, how do I put it? Like, you're going to distribute. You're not paying $10 million to Binance and it's gone. Your token value is probably gonna be a billion and a half $1 billion FDV, or even $1 billion FTV when it goes to Binance versus something like a DEX only launch, right? Like you saw with Portal, right? At least the launch day, what FDV that hit, and all the other Binance listings on day one. Even Scroll, people call it shit and whatnot, but the listing hit like a 1.4, $1.5 billion FTV on, as such, right? So I think we cannot discount Binance, whatever said and done, whether we like it or not. I think Binance has that power. In the event they turn us down, which so far things been good. We have submitted all the applications. We've been going back and forth. But the problem is not because of us not willing to pay and stuff. It's how Binance's processes. They have to come and tell that, okay, we're ready to list you or launch you and give us the offer. We don't have any problems. This thing, people, guys, keep in mind that $10 million distribution is investors funds, not necessarily funds of just Jirasan. It's not a Jirasan treasury amount. Jirasan treasury raised 100 ETH, by selling, and then like 500 ETH back in the day, like 3 years back. So this $10 million is not a Jirasan treasury amount. It is redacted treasury to build a business, right? It's not to be like we raise from investors and then airdrop it to 10,000 holders and then be like, yeah, each of you get like $5,000. The main value for Jirasan is the redacted token drop. At the very least, it's like, as I said, like 10% is what's locked up for Jirasan holders. This is what it means, right? If we get a Binance and we hit $1 billion plus FTV, that's 10%, that's valued at $100 million. And distributing $100 million as tokens over a period of time, like just like Meme Landed or whatnot, through the Jirasan holders is our ultimate goal. If that's clear, I think I'll move on to the next one. Do we have a timeline for RDAC yet? Obviously, you don't want to rush the TG. I think it's not about the rush part. I think that we have given ourselves an internal deadline, right? We have given ourselves an internal deadline by end of the year. If we don't get an answer, we are most likely looking to just go straight up on Jan, like no matter what, right? Like this is internal, just it's not public yet. But we are looking internally to launch in Jan. So December is the max deadline we are giving. 90 plus percentage, we are probably going to go in Jan unless there is some massive stupid event. But I think that time is also pretty, would be good for altcoins and other, flow into other tokens and stuff. But yeah, I think if just because someone asked, we don't want to give a this thing, but I think Jan, I think we can, because we also want to get done with, like, we there is a limit to the amount of stress and pressure the team goes through, thinking about TG every day and going forth. There's a limit, right? We can't wait forever, but I think we have spent all this time and effort, and we have gone this close. It's just one last step, and if we get that done, great. But like, if we don't, at least we have our second alternative options, whether it's with exchanges, the next tier of exchanges, or a DEX only launch that's closer to the TGE part. Binance listing is the only one. Okay, so okay, so yeah, I think the next set of things that I want to talk about. I think the next set of this thing I want to talk about is the pipeline of products that's coming soon. So I think the first product that I want to talk about or give a little bit of a hint on is, not hint as in like, the product that we are launching is Swiper, right? So Swiper, basically we are looking for an. So I think Swiper is the one I'm most excited at this stage for a launch from a product that has not launched yet, of course. So Swiper is coming up. I think end of I mean, like, probably this Sunday we're going to start beta testing, right? This Sunday we're going to start beta testing, and like I think we are looking for a launch just before Crypto Fight Night. Right. So we are pretty much like co-partnering, possibly again like this announcements to be come out yet. We are most probably co-partnering with Crypto Fight Night, with Ansem, Bitboy, and Rookie XBT, as with Swiper being one of the the key products slash like there's their partner. So there's a little bit of rev share between us and them that's going to go on with the platform. So what's Swiper? So Swiper is going to be two things. It's going to take on the prediction markets, and it's going to take on the meme coin purchasing markets. With it's basically just on the go. I'll maybe share some screen grabs, like from the actual product itself, because I think people have already been testing Swiper. um, right, so there's already been a little bit of Swiper testing going on. But let me just share something what's coming up first in the next few days. Let me just quickly share, one sec. So there are going to be like few modes here. So I've shared some screenshot here. So there's going to be like basically like some modes. There's an events mode, that's a CFN, and then there's a swiper mode which has already been live, and then a trader mode. This trader mode is something I'll talk about a bit later. But swiper, I think, is basic on it's going to be a take on uh, Polymarket, but it's kind of like a bit different as well. Like it's not in the gambling sector, especially. I've just shared some screen grabs here. So this one is be ready to test from Sunday. We're going to be picking like few hundred people from the Jirasan community. So like it's basically going to be like something like Polymarkets, but very different. It's fantasy sports, and it's kind of like it's tackling into like like a different kind of a model for people to participate in. It's like fantasy but for sports, cryptos, NFTs, and stuff. And also there's going to be like meme coin trading in the app itself. So it's basically swipe to buy meme coins, basically, right? Like, so especially curated coins that's coming out. You can have your own settings on the app, or you can use predefined settings from people, from different people, like like Ansem's settings or things and whatnot. So it's not just just not just an app just like that's competing with Bulex or Photon. Essentially, this is to capture an entirely a different audience. So this product is called Swiper. Like literally launching in the next few days. To kick off the thing. So in short, on the go, you get some notifications, a new token migrated or whatnot, you can just swipe and buy it on the go, right? So this one we are pretty excited. We are working closely with a bunch of Sol people, like people like Ice Knife and like few other people, the team from Hello Moon. So we are working with them on this as well, apart from CFN. So yeah, so this is one of the products that's coming up. The second product that I want to talk about that's coming up is FlashX. I think I already gave a little bit of a hint on Twitter. So this product also, we're going to be picking up like 50 to 100 people for the next round of testing from Jirasan this coming week. Like, so let me just give you a quick. I don't know if like, let me just give you a quick, probably even a demo, possibly. I don't know if I can share my screen here. Oops. Okay, let me just give a demo 1 second, right? So this is something, I think, as I said, like I think we're gonna stop just saying that, yeah, this is gonna come, and that you guys can just see what kind of developments has have been going on in the back, and then you guys can get an idea of what's happening. We're not worried about someone copying us and all those things anymore, right? It is what it is, right? Like we we far way ahead of development, that it takes a long time for any competitors to mostly catch up. But yeah, just I want to treat this as a session where we're also sharing some of the things that's happening with respect to the products and stuff. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just going to share my screen, and I'll just give you a quick demo of FlashX, because this is not a product that's like we are building and stuff. It's built, and it's just taking over an entirely different set of market. Let me just show you guys this. Okay, let me password. Right. So this is not the latest version because the latest version is being up. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So if you guys can see my screen, I think maybe another person has to stream, I guess, because I think there's 50 people limited per stream or something. Okay. So this product has been built. So let me give an example, right? So this is already here. It's a plugin that's installed, and this guy is mentioned about Pepe. On the spot, I can pretty much like don't have to go to like coin market cap or anything as such, because the literally on the spot, like I can just buy or sell my any of the tokens, especially tokens where people have put some contract addresses, right? Like so I was giving an example. So it's pretty much instant live this thing. So it's got like perps. Wait, let me just show you guys. So it's got like perps as well. So if you have like BTC, ETH, or whatever mentioned here, so you can literally like do all your perps in one spot. All right. And also like if someone's mentioned about ETH, BTC, whatnot, so you can have a list of people. This is not just on Twitter. This works on almost all the social medias like Telegram, Discord, whatever. Especially if someone's putting out like contract addresses. Let's see somebody who's put out a contract address like CA, right? Like for instance, as soon as it comes out and someone's putting out a CA, right? Look at this. So look at this Mika here. So like, right on the spot, I can just buy from here, right? So I don't even need to copy paste this, put it on a Telegram bot or somewhere. Immediately it recognizes, and like if someone's put a contract address and if the token's been like I don't know if this token is even live, you can either buy directly from here, or if there's a CA that's fully recognized and if it's a proper address, you can straight up buy from within the, see like this one, so loaf cat. You don't need to copy paste, you can just buy it on the spot as soon as this is live, right? This is something I'm giving a live demo. And as soon as a CA is there, if there is no CA and someone's just put out, or if the CA is not working for whatever reason, I think there's something missing there. If the CA is not working, it shows the ticker, and then people can click buy and see this TikTok talking husky. They click it and then they can just buy. So just a very quick demo of and then DCA, limit order, copy trades and stuff. And more importantly, it also helps with social validation. So meaning what's my ROI been, what's my win rate of my calls of the tokens that I've called. You can like message to that person, send crypto to them or whatnot, like and also copy trade them, like literally click copy trade and then set things up, and then it pretty much does it. So I'll just stop here. But yeah, just giving you guys a little bit of an insight of what we have, one of the products that's ready, and that we are looking to launch, like the beta version literally in the next 4 or 5 days. So some of the Jirasans that want to trade, that want to put some this thing, like that want to just trade and stuff. Is that a redacted product? Yes. All the products I'm showing is powered by redacted. We have revenue share or equity and stuff in it. So anybody who's dropping a token or anybody who's making revenue, that revenue comes back to redacted treasury. I'll go back more on the how that means, what does it mean for a value for the tokens or redacted as such. So this is the second product. It's been, as you guys can see, it is not something that takes like only a month or something to build. It's been like weeks and weeks of development and testing, and there's more testing coming in. But like this is the final stage of testing that's available to the public, mainly Jirasan guys that we are going to be opening it up to. All right. So the third product, I think I'll stop here after this, right? The third product that I'm going to talk about is Rampex. That also, I think you guys might have seen the announcement. The beta testing for again Jirasan holders coming next week. Rampex, we again own a significant portion of this product. This particular one, I am personally also very, very involved in. Let me just show you guys one sec. Um, like just just a thing that I just from the testing today, right? Like what kind of message we got. It's basically the one of the first and first ever cross chain cross chain swaps with one touch, with no need of bridging and whatnot. So if you want to buy WIF on Solana with ETH on Arbitrum, you can do it with one click, like without having to take it to an exchange, without having to click like bridge and then buy something and whatnot. Then there's vaults. You can trade, you can copy trade, etc. And then you also have gasless swaps. So if you have some token airdrop in, like, let's say in Sui network, and you don't have Sui or Say, you don't need Sui or Say as gas to swap it or bridge it back to ETH or something. So it's gasless, means you don't need the gas token. It helps you bridge and then takes the gas fees after the swap's been done. So just today, I got an update from the testing. Like literally, I'll just share with you guys this, right? So today, uh, you know, so literally just like few hours back, I got this message that the testing, internal testing, we this is how it was, where they tested with ETH on ARB. Just sent you a screenshot, right? So the way they tested with ETH on ARB, and with gas abstraction with a 0.4% slippage, and the $30 1 cent as a, I mean, $30 10 cents as a principal transaction, and we ended up getting like 29.7 dollars worth of WIF there. So this is one of the other products as well that's been in works for almost like 5-6 months and ready to go. So these three products what I spoke about, all the three products literally are coming at the same time for beta testing, which is next week, and we definitely need your help. Community, if you guys were asking where you can help, testing the shit out of these products, giving us feedback. We'll be creating a separate Discord channel for each of these, just like Swiper, to help us like test the shit out of it. Like one is the Swiper beta version with CFN and the other stuff. And number two is the FlashX, and number three is RampX. Testing the whole this thing and helping us wherever you can with feedbacks. And like I even want to talk to Sentinel DAO about it. Wherever possible, just testing, making sure like for a week or so, at least we hit it hard, and we go for a public beta launch after that, right? So okay, so now, uh, just coming back to the point on why or how does it benefit, it's pretty simple. The more products we have, each of these products have its own team. Each of it has its own CEO and etc. Right. So, for example, for Gambler, I think few of you have already started playing and using Gambler. It's co-founded by Andy, and he's the CEO. Right. Um, so each of them have their own team, right? It's not like we are spreading ourselves thin and whatnot. So each of them have their team, and we help them in whichever section of the thing, of the development phase they are in, and we usually take like 25% to 50% of the products, revenue slash, equity or something, right? Like, this is where we co-build the product together and we co-launch the product and push together. Our aim is to have one ecosystem where you have everything, right? You have your trading bots, you have your casinos, you have your swaps, perps, etc. in one ecosystem, and this one full ecosystem of products helps with loyalty and loyalty bonuses, etc. Right? So how does it help RDAC? The revenue that's coming in from these products literally are gonna be used for redacted token, right? Like redacted token is the primary focus and the main token focus for us. So whatever is the rev share we are getting, how we are doing buybacks and whatever is legally permittable, that's how the redacted tokens valuation is going up. And the tokens that we buy back, it comes back into redistribution back to the holders and the users. So initially, yes, we might drop like 10% of the tokens, just like that for the users, whatever, like just like meme land or anybody else. But after that, for continuously sustaining is what people call as token sinks, right? So for token sinks, we get the tokens back. That's what token sinks are for. And using the tokens, it comes back into the ecosystem through rewards and through other means. So yeah. Any other questions? I think on this particular one. So I think I just gave a small demo of the products and stuff that we've been doing. There is of course Flip dot meme. I think you guys would have seen a lot of that on the timeline. That's another product. Then we have Gambler is already live. Casey is going to be doing some live casino sessions early next week, offering some kickbacks for people. So if you're just some fun stuff together. I think we're just going to be hanging out on VCs and spaces. So our aim moving forward is to also like live stream a bunch of our products, and we do some stuff together, whether it's meme coin trading or whether it's casinos or whatnot, and also like sharing and making sure the alpha what we get is actually also like like transmitting to our holders, because I think Casey himself has been getting a bunch of like alpha in his groups, and he's literally been on the trenches, and he helps me sometimes when I get some messages from people, like like look at this, like I literally like 2 days back I got a message from someone to go and like buy what is this chill guy, and then I sent this message to Casey. That contract address there, that's for chill guy, right? Chill guy, whatever, like 30 or whatever mil FTV, and we both bought it. And I didn't buy because I was in a call or something. I asked Casey to buy and stuff, and he got it for us. So I mean, like the thing is, like these things can happen in the chat. These things can happen in the group. We get all these things. We get a lot of these things, and but my focus is different. Casey is more of a degen, but I think I'm pretty sure, I think that is why we also brought Casey on board to kind of like bring back those things, like not always it's just about like TG and these stocks, right? Like I think bringing these back, helping the community in whatever way we can, putting out a bunch of different bots in the Discord to assist it, or even introduce FlashX straight up, so you can just use FlashX to buy all your coins as and when it's posted in any Discord, right? Imagine you're in Pastel Alpha. I can show that I can buy your token in like 1 second, just from my FlashX plugin, then copy pasting and then putting it on a Discord bot or something like that, right? So I think we can start using and testing our products and live streaming and having some fun also inside the Discord, getting some feedbacks for the products live and things like that. Need memes chat. I think we'll open that up. I think that's definitely so any of these kind of requests, I think Casey is going to handle, and we make sure that that's going to happen, to ensure that we keep the meme chat. And not only that, give the tools, right? Give you guys the tools that you guys need, possibly to buy and sell quickly, or like analyze some stuff, where we make it Jirasan the home for people. Like I know a lot of them are paying money in different servers to go there, and most of the servers are claiming they found a token early. It's not a call; they just scan the token. It's ridiculous, but so many groups are like, we found this token early because some random guy in the group had scanned the contract address, and it existed in the Discord. So they're like, oh, this group found the token earlier than any other group. Like, people do 1,000 scans a day, right? So I think anyway. So I think at least let the fun be within our Discord. I think, and where we share whatever info we are getting, or whatever tokens or moves that's happening live with everyone. I think that particular one, with the meme channel and stuff, and with some bots, is the next step, right? Um, I think that's pretty much it from with respect to this. Lastly, the third one, about the dashboard and stuff. So just got an update from the devs as well. It's 99% done. We're just waiting for Amresh to just have, because it's his development and his entire build. It was going pretty fast, and I really apologize for that as the head of this as Jirasan, but it was really unfortunate. But I don't want to bypass him and get it out without him at least checking it once. I think few of them have already seen the dashboard and stuff like that. It's a constant update. There's a bunch of things being added as well. But unfortunate, it's really hard even for us. Like I don't like I can't just. I mean, like sometimes I just feel like maybe I just DM him and be like, bro, just finish this off and take your rest. But I mean, health is health, right? Like I don't want to, we just give him like just another few more days, at least till this weekend, and I'll probably get him to push that dashboard out. So that's just, I really wanted to apologize for the delay. But as I said, I think the problem here is not things being delayed. The problem here is that things delayed being not communicated as to what's happening, where is it at, what kind of sneak peeks can we get, what's the progress on the updates, right? That part is being missing, and that's the part. Casey, although he's just joined us recently, he's going to be on, literally he's going to know every possible info that me and the team are going to know, right? So he's going to be the guy who's going to help us uh, get that info through to the holders, through VCs and Twitter Spaces and whatnot. I'll also get more active on that part. But we want to get that vibes back, the old kind of vibes back. Where we share some stuff. It's not like dead for like days and then we come and then we make an announcement, and dead for days and then come and make some announcements. So yeah, I think that's going to be the primary role of Casey. Do we need to bring you partnerships for FlashX? I think yes, we do need. I think, but after the beta test, I think we would love to use the community, and also, guys, anybody of any of these products that we're going to show, if you guys think you have some kind of skill sets or some kind of connects and whatnot, happy to work out a rev share for that product specifically, or equity for that product as well. uh, like for you guys individually, or as a company, if you think like you can bring some value to FlashX, and some kind of KY, like almost like KPI based equity deals and stuff for the holders, we are very much open. We build everything. If you guys feel that there's something you guys can add more value, whether it's for Gambler, whether it's for FlashX or Swiper or whatnot, um, I think you guys can let me or Casey know, and we are happy to definitely this thing. How much tokens airdrop per Jirasan? Bro, come on. It's 10% of the tokens at the very least, right? So you guys do the math, moon math or whatever. I don't know about dollars and stuff. So 10% is like the min we are looking at for an allocation for Jirasan. And there's going to be ecosystem. There's going to be some for maxis. There's going to be possibly for other things like Saints. There's going to be a separate one for Jirax. There's going to be separate whale based token drop. There's going to be for multi-farm, swiper, etc. Right? So there's a bunch of products that's going to be tokens for all these products have to be allocated with redacted. So 10% is just for Jirasan, right? If that makes it clear. So if you've been using any of our ecosystem products like Maxis, Magically, or Multifarm, or Gambler or Swiper and whatnot, of course the percentages are a lot higher there, right? So yeah, just to add up there. I think I'll just hand it over to Kevin to just give a little bit of his thing, because I think I've been doing a monologue. I think I'm going to just hand it over to Kevin, and then any other questions I'm happy to answer, or the team as such. Kevin, on to you. Thanks for the patience.
PG Kevin or Kevin D Gods?
Kevin D Gods.
Yeah, that's you, sir.
Dude, too many Kevins, GM folks. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I was listening, as Sean walked through all these things, and I think the thing that I would, sort of highlight, and it's pretty clear here, is there's just a lot of stuff going on, and I think, I've been building teams for 20 years now, and working across, obviously most of that time was in Web 2 and then in Web 3 in the last couple years in a more public way. And I think the biggest thing that I've kind of seen both with the team and then just this project is like the amount of inbound and the amount of sort of activity is pretty mind blowing, right? And I think, it's one of the trickiest pieces is always like, how do you decide what to prioritize and how to work on that? And I think the team, as we talk every week, that's a lot of what we're talking through. It's like, man, what are all these things? What are the pieces we should go work on, and how do we kind of move the ball forward on each of the priorities? And I think the good part about that is that there is a lot of inbound and a lot of folks that want to work with the team and kind of the community. I think the challenge with that is that you have to kind of say no to some things, and you got to kind of pick where you're going to put your time. And so I think the idea and I think the one of the things that I really enjoy is just this idea that it is sort of placing multiple bets. And so as you sort of look wider across, you know, what happened with crypto 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, a month ago, and then sort of inverting that and flipping it forward. It's pretty insane how things are going to change. And I mean, even today, every day on the timeline you see the latest meta or the latest meme. And I think the piece that I've always been the most interested in is that the opportunity here is really large. And I think the bigger thing is like you want to approach this much more in a strategic way as a business, right? Like, hey, what is the business here, and how can you sort of plant more equity flags? And I think one of the things that attracted me to the team, when I started to get to know them more about a year and a half ago, was just that they had thought a lot more rationally about, like, look, this isn't like chase the a single meta, chase the thing and constantly keep pivoting, but actually make strategic and sort of thoughtful bets, and so that you have sort of lanes depending on where the market moves. And so some of those will see more gains than others, but also it allows you to sort of allow to have an answer as the market moves. And so I think the piece for us as the community, as we sort of look at this, is that all these different tools and all these different sort of approaches, and we spent a bunch of time at Token together and Breakpoint and whatnot, and just seeing the various teams come and pitch us and walk through that, and then obviously on the redacted flight, with Shark Tank was really awesome to see, and spend a lot of close time with the team. Now it's like we've settled in and we've done a bunch of those deals, and a lot of those are moving along, and so it's not like the day I wake up and I see like a single sprint board, or I'm watching a Trello or a Asana board of things getting done, but it's actually multiple teams all sort of building, into a place where we're going to have a lot more of the field covered. And I think that piece, to me, is something that's going to be really hard to replicate from a strategic point of view, right? And you look at they kind of jumped from, if you think about the sort of, hey, you come to a job and you start working in a job, and then you start starting companies, and then you sort of, move to graduating to doing investing, and then, then you sort of, move into like board seats or something, as you think of like the growth of a typical arc of, 20-year-old going to a 60-year-old in Silicon Valley or something. I think the PG team at a quite young age has kind of moved all the way to this portfolio approach. And so I think that, to me, is the most bullish thing for us, is that, when you're sort of part of this community, you're not just part of one sort of thing where it's like, hey, we're chasing the tip of the spear. It's like, no, we've made a bunch of pieces across that. And so I'm happy to take questions or talk through stuff, or, see people in the chat. If you're confused, King Vane, did fire away a question. Happy to go deeper. I think the biggest thing is, like, there's a bunch of stuff going on. I think there's way more opportunities than we kind of have time to focus on today. But I do think that the bets that the team's made and the sort of partnerships that are already, in progress are going to be pretty meaningful. But each of those sort of invites, just an additional thing. So, Kevin, I didn't know your role. What's your part of PG? So I would say I'm an advisor. I spend time with the team every week. We talk through priorities, challenges, opportunities, and I've been working with them now in earnest for the better part of this year. Other questions? You guys can just rip. Several people are typing. That's a good sign. Maybe people can rip something in the chat, or you can just shit on me if that's fine too.
Yeah, I think Kevin, just while you guys put up your question, I think Kevin, I think has been very, 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 for a little bit of the history, right? Like, I think for those who do not know, because we are new to startup world, right? Like, I think a lot of us are new to startup world, and it's a very different kind of an industry, and it's stressful, and you lose your relationships, and I don't know, like, I had my breakup during this PG period, like after a 4-year relationship and shit like that. A lot of shit happened for a lot of people, like Amrish going sick. Again, it's not we're not trying to blame the work. We got into it knowing what we're getting into it. So Kevin's been that person who's been our inspiration for us personally as well, because of the things that he's accomplished, right? Like he was working at Acompli as a VP, and then which was, I think you co-founded that, right, Kevin? Like, which was acquired by Microsoft for like some couple of $100 million, and then he also was working with Zimbra, that was acquired by Yahoo for like $350 million. So, I think the kind of experience that Kevin has had has brought up that inspiration for us to be like, oh, it does take a lot more than just being like, I mean, you can pump the NFTs like crazy, right? You bring it to like 3 ETH, 4 ETH, that's one thing. But who's going to acquire your company? What does it mean to be $1 billion company? What does it mean to be acquired? What does it mean for investors to actually look into you seriously? And how do you look at it from a product perspective, and the mistakes we made, right? We do all these equity deals. Sometimes we have been screwed, right? We've been screwed by projects that have made millions, and not by just not having a written contract and just trusting them with their words and just making the moves, and then like they grow, and then and then we miss it out, right? Like, stuff like that, mainly our mistakes, right? Like, for example, this is not the team's fault. There's a product called WOP, or Whoop, or WOP, as you guys might have heard, WHOP. So WOP, it's this one, yeah, this WOP. So this is absolutely not their fault at all. It's completely our fault, right? I think Kevin might not even know this, but we had equity in WOP for on a word, on a just a gentleman agreement to help them and whatever, not like 2 years back. Now they have raised at a $300 million valuation, right? This was nothing in 2021 Jan. I have all the screenshots I was sharing with my team. And I was literally sharing it like few days back. I'm happy to even post it here, where we were talking about like whatever stuff, right? Like, so and then like we missed it, right? Because of just us not taking the steps, right steps, right? It's completely our fault, and then they were chasing us, and then we went like little lazy and whatnot in responding and stuff. This was back in Jan 2022. Like, right, and now I was surprised to see there was a $300 million this thing, right? At the time when we talk about equity, it seems like, oh man, what are these guys talking about? But imagine having like 10% of WOP. That's like $30 million, like if they raised it at like a 300 whatever $1 million thing, right? So anyway, so this is just an example. This is at no fault of the team or whatnot. Like, I'm just telling this as an example of things. This is where Kevin's been guiding us as well, not to repeat the same mistakes or the mistakes he's made at the start, of his journey and stuff like that. So apart from, of course, other things. So yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like
So
if every time you burn your hands or go through these lessons, right? You kind of put a deposit in the education bucket, right? And so I think of a lot of the mistakes I made as I've reframed them. One of my close mentors was like, "Yeah, this is just a good education. You sort of paid your tuition." And so many times it happens, and I think in crypto, the thing I love is that it moves so fast. Many times you get educated several times on the same day. And I think that is both humbling, but also sort of just shows that we are pretty early. And I think when you're in a nascent market like this, that's just sort of exploding in so many different directions, it's pretty cool.
yeah, so I'm just sharing some screenshot here in Jan 2022. Just this is what's exciting us. This is why we know that all we need, we have equity in Bullix, right? And we know we have equity in Bullix, and Bullix is possibly at this stage a $200 million company or a $300 million company. We know we have equity in it, so we know that itself is one win. Taking this equity approach, right, as a company, right, by taking skin in the game. If Bullix gets acquired tomorrow, or their share and what, not a percentage has to come to us, right? Whatever the percentage, that's one thing. But just I shared a screenshot here. WOP, we could have had like 5 to 10%. I just shared a screenshot what I was telling. I sent Jamie in our early chat in 2022. We were talking to them, and they had like nothing. They didn't have any funds in hand, and fully bootstrapped, and amazing guys from the US. And they were like, Shan, we can't pay you guys anything. Would you guys be open for some equity? We are open for any number and stuff like that at the time. And we had way too many things happening in 2022 that we actually faded them. At the time, WAP didn't have much, right? It was just like NFT verification bot and things like that. And now suddenly I saw them like raise at 300 mil val, and I'm like, okay, guys, that's crazy. And then we fucked up. Pixelmon, of course, had a $70 million offer in hand. So yeah, we did make mistakes, but this shows that the opportunities keep coming, right? Like, and we learned from our mistakes, and now we are forging all these things. So that's why I'm bringing this up as a guy like Kevin. That's where it's very valuable, because none of us in our team had that experience of co-founding or working on a high level in a startup and also getting acquired for like multi-$100 million, right? So yeah. Yeah, Kevin. Like, if any other questions for Kevin or
Yeah, or
um,
all of us, just far away. Like, yeah, you can hear your wife coughing. That's funny. But yeah, fire away. I think any questions are good. I think the cool thing, that you all have a ton of experience, and you guys also should be pushing suggestions, and or you see things that, hey, we should partner with, or deals we should look at. You know, we sort of think of it as, the community is obviously one of the most valued things, and sort of the extended network, and just sort of the back end to thinking about, part of this. I see a lot of people say, hey, how can we help? What can we do better? And I think a lot of it is like, one's being an advocate. And I think, it's great. I see a ton of you guys on the timeline. I follow a bunch of you. If I don't, DM me or whatever, at me, or just tag me or something, and I'll follow you. But I think the opportunity for us to sort of just think of this broader community as folks that can go out and sort of find things that we hadn't seen, or just flagging stuff, or even just making people aware that this is something we're working on, right? And I think the multifaceted way that we're approaching this, where, hey, we've got trading bots, we've got things that are acting as plugins, things that are in Telegram, things that are on Discord. We're sort of hitting this from all different angles. We have NFTs, we have tokens, we have companies, we have things that are building, we have things that are doing AI, and I think this sort of multifaceted sort of bet model, I think is going to pay off pretty substantially, as we watch this market sort of evolve and sort of mature over the coming years. And I think it's one of the things that a lot of people are, and I think that the team gets stressed, and you feel it where they're like, what did you do for me lately, bro? Or, why can't I have my 100x today? And I think that, well, that's nice. I do think that, if you look at the numbers and data, and I spend a lot of time in Vegas, and those casinos weren't built with the winners' money, and they were built with the people that were donating. And so I think, rather than going in to a casino, let's think about it as going into a business and building things. And I do think that is a smarter way. So yeah. So if you see things that look like innovative, that different, that are early, I think that's okay, because I think all those are opportunities for us to just sort of spread the coverage of the way that Redacted and PG is sort of attacking the market. And while everybody's debating whether they like me or not, I love that part. Yeah, it would be cool to like sort of to see more community members bring stuff forward. And I think, as you guys know, and some of the folks have been in PG Cap for a while, and being able to bring those opportunities to share some of the investments with the community and allow them to co-invest, I think is another thing that is pretty unique, but also sort of a sort of strategic benefit of sort of being close to the community, and having that sort of connection. And so yeah, something I valued. Anybody else? Other questions? Other good thoughts? Other memes? What should I buy this morning? Okay, yeah, I got to get back on the TikTok. Seiko. Okay. The meme is currently relevant. Should buy pepecoin.com. This guy's dropping domains. I don't click on links. Get pref shares.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. All shares are preferenced in crypto because you can dump them right away, typically.
so this guy DJ, right? Definitely DJ. He owns this domain pepecoin.com. Kevin. So like it's I think, what was the highest offer you got back in like the day from the Pepe guys? Because if you see any other coin, right? If you see Dogecoin, it's dogecoin.com or dogecoin.io. So the domain, he owns this Pepe Coin domain.
I kind of an old dude as I grew up in the web domains, and so it is funny that a lot of crypto projects and quite frankly a lot of teams don't even build a website, right? And they just sort of live in this Twitter or Telegram meta,
Yeah,
which it works well, but I do think there's always some back end to having the domain, and so yeah, pepecoin.com, dude, sounds dope. And yeah,
yeah,
maybe you said, always I don't know, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm not gonna click on it, but I'm gonna go Google it and see if what if it shows up. But it would be interesting to see what you're running on it now. Does it just say for sale, or are you actually building something cool? Oh man, it just goes to a GoDaddy site, bro. You should have it like go to an
yeah.
affiliate link or some kind of informational thing, or write some blogs about, make it a news site, right? Build up some SEO. Yeah,
Actually, to
dude.
be honest, we are actually gonna help him like launch it on Abstract as one of the first meme coins there with
Yeah,
wide awake domain, and like also like pump the Jirasan guys up, a little bit.
I
So
like it.
we
I like it. But yeah, that made me sad when I typed it in and it went to a GoDaddy landing page, to be honest.
so it's DJ CTO, but pushed by the community.
There we
And
go.
like it's the value of the token is the domain name as well, and the OG Pepe, right? Like, anyways, but yeah, are we getting any abstract airdrop? Is it right to Jira in any way? Please do sign up to the Discord. I think all those who sign up to the Discord, I think they have something planned. I don't know how much tokens or I don't know what it is, but if you guys had signed up to the abstract Discord after the announcement, I think there is something that they are planning based on the roles, based on like your contributions as well. There's something basic for everyone, and I think based on the contributions or something, there's more. I don't know how that's going to work as well. Is it going to be like Blast or not? So keep an eye for all the products that are going to launch on Abstract. There's potentially products can get Abstract token. That's why we are also building or launching a few in Abstract, right? So yeah, just to let you guys know, but
Yeah, I
nothing's
think that, I
confirmed.
mean, like any new chain, like, that typically, those chains are smart and they reward people that are early and use them. And so, you never know the exact model. I always like to think, hey, if you're, part of it and you're using products on it, you're gonna, have a better chance than people that are just watching in a chat room. So I think, I do think that the move there for like all these things, and Luca's a smart dude. I've spent a ton of time with them, and I think, his idea to bridge this and use the same way that they've taken Pudgy to Instagram and to a lot of the Web 2 channels that typically aren't crypto-y. I think Abstract's going to be a really strong move in that. And so, having some early entries there and playing with some of the stuff that comes out, my sense is the awards are going to be aligned. And so, as you see them launching new tools um, and talking about some of the new stuff that you see a lot of people on the timeline. I just follow the Abstract account. You see them promoting, hey, this partnered with Abstract, this partnered. So it's like just follow those, hang out. More than likely that as those projects come out, you would have to imagine, just like if you look back to the way Blast worked or the way that even Polygon worked back in the day, the folks that were part of those early products that launched and early projects, they definitely got more allocation, more rewards, and quite frankly got to test some new cool stuff, right? I kind of think about it as being early in the .com days, right? You got to go to cool parties and really see some cool products. Some of them didn't work, many of them, but the ones that did, you got to say you were there. And even if it sort of turned into something interesting, you definitely learned about the meta early. And I think a lot of that's the education piece that I talk about. I think the most important thing in this space is constantly keep up leveling your skills and your education, because that's quite frankly the only thing you can take with you as you move on to other projects or move on to other sort of opportunities. And so to me, it's like investing in sort of just quite frankly learning and networking, and it's who you know and what you know that really you can move to wherever that nobody can really take back from you. And so sort of a little cliche, but definitely true. Eat healthy, eat your greens, go to the gym.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think that's this thing, guys, from Kevin. Casey, do you I think people are waiting to hear your voice as well. So if anybody's got any question for Kevin or Casey or the team, please do comment. I have noted down the question from Non-Achiever on Mugafi and Dreamer. I'll give a little bit of a brief on that as well. But Casey, Flash, I have friends in about Shobodogos and Pudgies that will love it. Yes, Chan, we definitely need. We are going to use your guys' help this time. Let's try to push it as a community built product. And anyone, as I said, who's willing to jump in and have got any connects or any push, we can work out some rev share and equity in those products as well. So this way the whole community is going to benefit from tokens and whatnot, but individuals can also get some preferential shares in the products that they believe they can help in whatever this thing. Bodogos, I think Casey is also very well connected with the founders, I think. But yeah, I think we can form a group for FlashX by early next week. I mean on Monday exactly. I think I'm gonna set up a Discord group and I'm gonna put like a 50 or a whatever 100 member link for those who want to come in and start testing. So it's going to be separate groups for FlashX, RampX, and for this thing. What is it? Swiper. Casey, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, guys? So first of all, I want to apologize to everybody. I've been flashing this beautiful what is it called, Jericho out there, and so everybody's trying to get a screenshot. I don't know if you've been knowing what I've been doing, but I've been teasing everybody with it. So it's a beautiful Terminator. It's amazing, and I have a couple of them, and I could continue to show them. But you know what? I just hope really that everybody's excited, right? Because what I heard today was fucking awesome. Like I've been listening to the community, right? So I'm kind of fresh into the Discord. I've been a Jira holder for years, but been listening to what you guys have been talking about in all of the chat rooms, and part of my job is to do that and to kind of convey the messages to the team. And they've been, obviously they've been receptive to that. And it's not about like they're not here or they're not listening. They definitely are listening because they obviously know that it was a problem. And so as long as the lines of communication are open, that's what I'm going to be, a sponge for all that. So whenever you guys have ideas, whenever you want to help, you want to do this, because like you could definitely be effective and help. And so like listening to like the 3 alphas that I was talking about in Discord, I'm pretty surprised that Sean actually decided to say them. And I was nudging him like literally 5 minutes before this call. I was like, you say this, and you say this. He was like, okay. It's probably because he was watching a chart. He just said, okay. But so like there's so many products that these guys are dropping in, and like I'm super, super excited about it. And when you hear the term tip of the iceberg, that's not what we are. I think we are the fucking iceberg, right? When you join an NFT project, you never you expect, okay, they're gonna mint and then they're gonna build. You never expect them to have 7, 8 products done, ready to go, and then like a whole other ecosystem where they're welcoming other CEOs, welcoming other projects to say, okay, how can we build you? How can we build you to a great project, a product, and then move along. But we still have a cut of that, and if that cut is not just PG's cut, that's your cut as well as a community, right? And I think Sean has already said that there is a way that it all comes back to all of you. So that's a couple of the big questions was like, when is TGE? What's it going to do for me? And like that was one of the questions I asked the group right away. I was like, okay, so as a holder, like a single Jira holder, what's in it for me? It's a very, we can talk about, PG has all these great products and PG is making all this money. And then at the end of it, you're like, okay, well, that's cool, but how about us? And so that is what it is. Like it's not just PG, because you guys are all in it together, and some of it goes back to you. And obviously that's going to come out in a better wording, and they're going to make an announcement about it. But I think that we're all like pretty stoked about that idea right there. And so it's not that, again, that they aren't paying attention, but they're builders, right? So their faces are down in their laptops. They're paying attention to what they're building, and for them to really continue to be the best builders that they can, then they bring me in. And so literally I want to get everyone excited. I want to get everybody that morale back, because like a very happy, excited community resonates very well. Remember when you guys when you did your reveal and everything was red and you were painting the town red and everyone was super hyped, like you felt good about yourselves, right? You were proud to be a Jira, and that's kind of what I want to bring back. So whether it's degenning, whether it's just messing around in Discord, whether it's playing gambler, whether it's doing raids, which I don't think we do very much anymore. I mean, we do, but like a real calculated raid and try to just get some eyeballs, or just let's go try to do this. Let's do this little secret mission together as a group. Some wins here. I think that's going to be fun. So yeah, I'm really excited to be on board, and I'll try to help as much as possible. And like, my DMs are wide open. I respond much faster than Sean does. And I'll tell you, like, I was trying to get Gambler with PG months ago. I'm telling you, like, it's not just you guys, it's me too. So don't worry. But I'm listening, and yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think sometimes you get eaten by your own weight. But I think I think a lot of the times the question has been like, should we slow down? Should we reduce the number of products we work with? Should we like reduce the kind of things we are trying to do or juggle at the same time? I still strongly believe that we have we have the team and we have the ability to deliver multiple products at a time, right? And I don't want to take the easy route. I sometimes I also wonder, like, why is it like suddenly when you do nothing, NFT collections prices are higher, and when you start doing something actually, and then the prices actually go down. Like, how many collections are there where there's nothing? Like, if you look at our flow price, and no offense, right, but you look at something like, I don't know, like something like semi-rugged collections, and I'm like, are we just like 2x of them? Are we just like in the same level as them? Like, look at Lazy Lines. I know the founder very well. He's based in he's based in Australia. I've partied with him. I still am in touch with him. He sold the company, he bought a Lambo in Dubai, and like he's chilling. And the floor is like point whatever 1 2 or 1 3, and we sitting at like 2x of a flow when we're doing like 10x more, getting 1/10 the payments what they took or whatnot, and like how much they raised and all the royalties. Sometimes it does go into our mind, and then like I do realize that for NFTs or community, it's beyond, just the products and beyond just the revenue, right? I think it is the connection, it is the group, it's the network. Like, like if you see what's happening with D Gods, if you see what's happening with any of these things, it's the network, it's the feel, it's the dopamine, right? The feel, and that feel is what I think we are hoping to bring back by myself personally and the team, but more importantly, Casey as well. I think has been leading the way. Like, as much as whatever people may say about Saints, some people might not even have heard of it as a collection, but this guy has been like killing it, right? Like his cult, his group is currently, I would say, is in fact like at one point I felt like they were like, as a community, they were like 10x more stronger and tightly knit than us, because there is no expectations of Casey, are you going to drop a token? Casey, are you going to drop a product? Dude's chilling there. The whole group comes in. You have amazing guys there like Julius, right? Like he's it's not some random degens. These guys are actually, this guy like Julius, he's been like I've had a personal chat with him. He's TradFi. He's a legit guy from a Web2 this thing, and he's doing like real solid trading on Twitter, posting it on like Saints and stuff. It's not like Saints group is like some frat boys or some degens. Like bunch of them. As I talk to a lot more of the Saints holders, I realize they're more and more like PG holders, more into their mid-aged, pretty well off, guys from Web2. They have their actual businesses and stuff, and like they are into Saints for the community side of things, and stuff. And then like and then suddenly sometimes again, when I was thinking like, why isn't our floor at like some high levels when we're doing so much, we are building all this? But then I realized only us and the team knows what we are building, right? None of you guys, we made it aware or in depth about what we are building, how we are building, and how is this going to come back as a value to holders. Even and the value part is one thing, but what are we doing and why are we doing, right? That part has been, I definitely realized that. I think from the past versus how PG started to this point. I think that part definitely. I think we fell along the lines of
I also
development.
think it's about how you guys roll out how PG rolls out their info, right? So when you guys were really hyped at what the floor was at point 0.6, if you would have continued in with dropping some of the stuff that you had today, which you didn't necessarily have at that time, then that's going to continue that. And obviously, because sometimes you're not focused on that because you're like on your phone, 30 hours a day trying to get deals done and whatnot. Sometimes you I guess you don't see that so much because you're so focused on other stuff. So that's one of the things that I noticed, and I know other people feel that way. So I'm like I'm gonna be like either the punching bag and the sponge at the same time. But
Yeah,
nobody also said shit about the Saints. I just want to say that. Also, I love the idea that you have so many, like, don't stop getting products because they have CEOs. You're literally doing stuff to just connect, make sure it's right, either maybe fund or like Gambler, right? Gambler has a team already, but what did you do? You put them on Abstract and then you back off. And so, like, it's like having children. You have so many children, you love them all, but like only certain ones of them are going to be, surgeons and doctors and NBA players, and some are just going to be black sheep and whatnot. But you're going to continue to have children, right?
yeah. No, I think the other one as well, right? Like other thing that was a little bit. I think I shy away. I think there's something I can share as well. Like, is I get a little nervous when the flow keeps going up. Like honestly, like it's I don't know why this happens. It's maybe because I'm like I want things to. I don't want anyone to speculate and come in. I just want to build like people, but I don't think that's possible, right? I think I've been in the space for 3 years, seen like a 7th Gen 2s, and I felt the same the same exact same feel of that like this, I wouldn't say nervousness. It's more of like, guys, wait, we just hold on. We let the products come out. Let the flow go up in a natural way. But you can't control it. You can't control sentiments. Why is chill guy at $500 million? Right, like people buy into things that they think are, for whatever reason, there is no real exact value to it. So I think that's one of the things that stopped, because I could have gone, I mean, personally, we could have gone really really hard from the 0.65 whatever floor of Jirasan to like a 1 ETH even, right? But then my mind was like, wait, I'm gonna do an airdrop. Let the airdrop have multiple X's than the floor, for it to feel a lot better than like be like, oh, it's okay. Like we've seen with meme land, right? People faded meme land, and when they did the airdrop, then people are like, oh shit, man, I shouldn't have faded. And then like the next thing that happens, I don't think people want to fade. So that kind of a thing. And then I've seen projects like Imaginary Ones or Pixelmon, where the flow went like massive, and then the whole community was like, oh shit, man, like I got like 1/10 of the NFT price or something like that. Like, so I think this is honestly, these were things that keeps running in my um like kept running in our minds sometimes. Like we are like, okay, let's take it like as and when the product is ready, then coming soon. But I think we need a mix of both. Definitely agree there. But yeah, like anyways, so just wanted to share why we couldn't, like, we could have pushed a lot more for Jirasan. It was a community movement, but just took a step back to kind of like get the products out. But yeah, um, yeah, anyways, Casey, sorry, yeah, that's pretty much it. And mm, sorry,
Or what?
I think I think some hot mic there. All right, cool. All good, guys. I think how's Amrish for real? Yeah, I think we have to wait for his results again. Like, from what I know, his last conversation was he sent his reports. He's definitely got some infection on his, like, I think kidneys and liver. So we're just waiting for it, and hopefully he recovers soon. Like, I'll keep you guys posted on that.
I think what's most important right now, and everybody wants to know, when is the meme coin channel opening? That's like really like none of this mattered. It's when is that channel opening?
I think right away, man. I think I'm gonna tell. Evan. Just bring, if anyone's got some suggestions for some bots, either we subscribe or something, or if you guys just want to use FlashX as well, straight up, like I think we can rig bot, whatever bots. I think, guy Chan, like maybe just coordinate with Casey and send us whatever you guys need. If you guys want some, I don't know, again, this callers and things, again, it's up to you guys. If you want anybody to be onboarded, we can bring in like anybody, like, we have been like avoiding and stuff because we have had some problems in the past, people launching their own coins and like calling those and things like that. That's why, like, I haven't this thing, but at the end of the day, if you guys want something, if you guys want us to pay and bring someone, or if you guys want us to bring some bots, we are open, right? That's the least we can do. um Jira volume is too low to pump a shit coin. I think there was a coin called Jira that went up to like $3.5 million in like 5 minutes. So I think I think it's up to you people how they underestimate some things, but it is what it is, right? Like, yeah, I believe that's you. Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, yeah, guys. So I think anything that you guys like need in that sense, I think, yeah, just communicate to Casey and we'll bring it. So the meme coin channel and those kind of things, we definitely will first do that. We'll hit it up first.
I think it's going to be super cool, especially when these products are finally live, that
Is it
we can take it
Bibbles or
out to Twitter.
Bibles?
Damn. Okay,
Is it
so
a
we
floor
can.
saints? Is it a floor saints or is it a floor Jirasan? That's the next one. DJ, if you want to come on the FlashX and or any of the products testing group, I would love to have you testing.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I was trying to say, like, once these products are live, for everyone to get out there and talk about them, because that's what's going to bring more of the value, right? I think that part of what Jira is like, we're continuing to talk to the same people. So, like, talking to the Bow Dogs and talking to the other guys on the west side of the world in the Western Hemisphere, I think is going to bring in a lot of the value, because unfortunately, we live in a space where excitement and entertainment kind of is still dominant, and like people aren't used to having like a Jira with 7 products or with like a working ecosystem of products, and it's so weird. Like, that's what I would hope that my NFT project and community has, and so it's backwards. And so maybe what we're going to do, and what I want to do on a personal side thing, and that could be both for Saints and for Jira, but Saints don't have a product except for the shares in Gambler. So if you ever want some shares in Gambler, then get a Saint. Anyways, so is to kind of penetrate the West and try to get in so that we can talk about our products and use our products there. Like the guys from the Nifty show, like PO and Easy, they use BullX already. So like it's an easy transition for them to say, oh, well, I got the group that is part of that. Try using FlashX, or try you want to swap, use RampX. And so, like, imagine those guys, their audience, and that side of the planet talking about our products. That's going to get people more excited. That's going to bring in a whole nother set of eyeballs. And so that's what I'm doing. That's why sometimes if you see me kind of message in some random tweets over there, know that there's a plan to it. I'm not just looking for like attention. It's attention for all of us. So yeah, understand that there is a method to that madness sometimes.
Yeah, all good. Not sure if Twitter is faster because Bullex pump vision is pretty sick. Bro, it's completely different set of this thing. I think I showed a demo. It's very different, right? You see somebody tweeting about something or TGing, in the TG group or something. You have to copy paste it into Bullex or Photon or Dexcreen. It's different. Like Bullex is for professional traders, no questions about it. FlashX is for more the casual ones. You see something on Twitter, you see some Kobe post something, or you see some Wizard of Soho post something. You want to buy within like 1 second on the spot on your Twitter or Telegram or Discord itself. That is what FlashX is about. So we don't. It's not a competing product. We have stake in both, right? We don't want. It's not like a competing product. It's not like a Photon where it's Bullets kind of a thing, right? It's Bullets is for pro traders. It's very different, complete on its own. Swiper is for people who have no idea. Like, how many of you here even know what to do on Pump Vision, or on or on Pump Fund tokens, right? So Swiper is to solve that part. FlashX is for people, as I literally showed, like a demo in the AMA now. You scroll through Twitter, you see some guy that you know has posted a CA or a ticker, and you just don't want to copy paste, put it somewhere, and whatever you want to buy it on the spot, or you want to do perps on the spot, that's what it's for. Yeah, Flipping collection can launch toilet picks. You can launch anything you want, man. When's the fantasy product coming out, and does it have a name yet? So that is the fantasy product is called Dreamer, right? So somebody asked about this thing about Dreamer, so that's ready as well. It's coming on Abstract. Um, Let me. I wanted to invite the dev, on the call, but so basically that's, no, I think, yeah, I think I missed them. So yeah, I think I can, I think, anyways, that's the fantasy product that's called Dreamer. And Mugafi is also another product that's like focused on the IP and the movie production side and stuff. Like, one of the biggest, they've got some of the biggest partnerships with the Indian production houses and whatnot, and in the US and stuff. So I think you can read about the founder here. So as well. So we recently onboarded them, met them in like Singapore. Um, yeah, any news for the Jirasan's raffle? So KC will be picking up winners, and like ASAP, like right away, and then I'll be sending him the Jirasans for the Jira burnt. Like, pretty much, I think you can pick the winners and announce by today. All right, cool guys. I think I gotta go as well. So any other questions? How's the blood logistic? It's a different. It's going on its own on the side. Like, I think at this stage, I don't think it made sense for a blockchain side of things. So we have put a pause to it from a blockchain side of things, but continuing to explore it. Anything else? Bullix is lacking compared to GMGN. I think there's a new update coming for Bullix Neo. There's a reason why they've taken like months to build and launch it at once, because if you're going to do constant updates, people can copy, right? Like Photon has been copying a lot of features that Bullix has put out. So there's a reason why Bullix Neo has been like worked on and launch all at once. So it'll take a long time for any other but any person to catch up. I think like whether it's GMGN or Photon or whatnot. So I would say like wait for a new update, and then then you can take a call on which one's better and stuff. Right? Anything else? Would be great if Bullix has a price alert functions. I'll take this to the team. I'll take this to the team for sure. I think Neo would. I don't know if these features are solved in Neo, but Neo has got like a bunch of features. Why don't you want to answer my question? What's your question?
Yo, can I ask my question?
Yeah, what's your question?
Yo, I
I
just
know it's
arrived. I'm
something.
sorry. Can you recap everything from the beginning?
Yeah, I knew it, bro. I was like, by the way, you're the only guy I have notifications on for. By the way, guys, this is serious stuff, right? Like, it's. I'm not even joking. Like, I have notifications on. The only guy I have it for is Black Bull.
What's up? What's
So
up,
many.
everybody?
To be honest, last 6 weeks, so many tokens that I bought was purely because of his tweet. I actually haven't even told him that, right? Like, it's he gets like 1 or 2 likes on his fucking post, but this
Nah,
dude's
come on,
been.
bro. I got like 3 now, 3, 4. Come on, bro. Come on.
I mean, he posted about Peanut. I got in Peanut because of him, and like early, like a bunch of
See?
things, not just. Yeah, bro. I got on whatever shit you have posted. All the cryptic shit also, like some of them I've picked. So you're the only guy I have notifications on. That's why it's so funny how people follow guys with like 100K followers or a 1 million followers and wait for alpha when actual alpha comes from people where people actually do not necessarily like have like a follow, like even Lucy and a bunch of those things. I actually wanted to tell you and I completely forgot. So I've been like shadowing your moves on Twitter.
Wait. What's the question? Sorry. I was replying to messages.
No, I was. Anyways, so yeah, I think I would recommend you guys just have a follow. Don't go blindly aping, but I think I've made some decent money, like at least like
Nah,
some
for
decent
sure.
amount
Sure. I mean,
from.
it would be good to know, like, do a couple VCs. I can go through like the strategy and shit, like how do I find shit. But yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, I just post everything on fucking Twitter, bro. I'm not hiding anything. I don't have a paid Telegram. I just send everything to the boys, and that's it.
yeah. I think you got to post it here, man,
Yeah,
and
for sure. If
use.
you want, why not?
Yeah. We need to create some exit liquidity, right? So you can post here after we
Yeah.
pick.
This is the preparation for my exit rug. We talked about this last year.
Yeah. Uh, Peanut, Moodeng, and Chill Guy posted all here. Who posted it?
Oh,
I
bro,
think
there's a
Relic
bunch
has.
of Chaz in
Yeah, that's
TG.
true. That's true. No, no, true. Relic has been posting as well. Very true.
Oh, Relic is a
I
chat, bro. Relic is a chat. The
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is, we don't have like the exposure. We need to structure it properly, I think, and that's what everyone wants in the chat, right?
dude. Relic, if you made 100x, why the heck is Jirasan still has a floor, bro? Come on,
There you go.
come on, man. Like KSM has been busy for 2 years trying to make 0.01 ETH of Jirasan, but misses out on the real alpha with Moodeng's Chill Guy and stuff posted on the Discord.
Bro, KSM could have been market making peanut. Instead, he's market making Jirasan.
Anyways, I think
John,
we need
can
to
I
change.
hop in for a couple questions?
Yeah, jump in, jump in.
Yeah, okay. So I think Relic was posting about Jericho art updates. Anything you can provide on what we're doing with Jirax and like anything you can tell us about the Jirasan role? You said it'd be integrated into the website, but is there like a timeline on, I guess when? I guess it's kind of been slept on, not really talked about much.
No. It's still part of the updates, right? So the aim, very honestly, the aim what we have is the is a dashboard update every 2 weeks once. As I said, like it's for the last couple of weeks. I think we've been going through this. Like Amrish has been an integral part of us, like handling this whole thing. So it's been a little bit of this thing. Although Nostradamus has been kicking in now, but like the once the first dashboard is out, every 2 weeks once we are pushing out new updates, right? Like that's the goal and aim here. So with that, the Jira Summer role should be fixed with that bit. And number two for the Jira X, yes, I think the specifics will be posting it, yeah, but Jira X definitely has its own, like RDAC allocation. That's no changes to that. And what is the other one?
Jericho. Any updates like on timelines with how the legendary artwork's coming along?
I thought somebody shared. Some kind of a thing, but like I don't have too much access, guys. I don't even know if this is the latest one or
You want me to add it?
which.
You want me to add it? There.
But no, I
Oh,
don't know. I put something. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I just have like few here. I don't know which is what, right? Like or which stage. What is that like? I mean, I'm kind of like blindsided. Wait 1 second. Where is the messaging thing? One sec, guys.
look. So I've been like throwing this Jericho out and deleting it and throwing it out over like 2 weeks. Just peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. Sean just throws this motherfucker out there and drops the mic.
Yeah, I don't know. I've like honestly, I haven't had much of a site. I have like some stuff. I got this also, so I don't know which ones are at what stage or what's been changed and stuff. All I know is that they just have been like trying a bunch of different things, but yeah, like I don't know which ones. Oh wait, I posted the same shit. Okay, no, not this.
Okay, Sean, as your chief communications officer, I'm going to tell you to stop doing that. Damn it. Here he goes. Cut stream. Cut stream.
Yeah, these are not colored, by the way. I think these are not colored as Nostra has stated. So all that is like I just know. I mean, I get some updates from just 1 minute. Yeah, I think that's anyways, so that's pretty much it. So I think once Amresh is back and once the first ones start kicking off and like the first update for the dashboard once it's out, I think every few weeks there's going to be updates and Casey also will be communicating regularly about it. So yeah.
And Sean, who has perms to set up like the meme coin channel itself? Like, who can we work with to get it set up?
Yeah, so just collate whatever you need, and I'm gonna put you in touch with Avin. So Avin's just to prevent any kind of Discord attacks and stuff. We have the we how do I say, like we have like a separate account that's admin account that no one has the access to pretty much, right? Like in the sense except our that security guy Avin, right? He's been a legend he's been with us from day one. So he's the one who pretty much has the access to do any of those changes, as in not even his main account. It's a separate account that he just logs in just to make changes and then he exits.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I think the big thing will just be getting the right bots, getting a channel, and maybe getting people with caller rules so they can ping.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think, but just keep in mind whatever happens, whoever calls, take your own responsibility and don't get into fights or this thing with people. If you want to buy, you buy. I know there's this one guy called Ox Puppy or whatever. He was constantly posting some rugs on the Jirasan Twitter, and I DM'd him not to send shit anymore. But again, at the end of the day, I think each of them have to take their own responsibility. I just sent him this DM. I think it's just people are gonna do whatever they want, right? You want to know, like chill guy could have been launched by someone here in the US, right?
No, I think
Yeah, I
that I
think
think that makes sense. I've been in the Bodagas Discord for the last week, and they've had VC calls essentially with like people. It's been really good for the community in that sense.
yeah, for sure. Who's that? Some guy who was just posting some drugs constantly on for Jirasan, like some unofficial Twitter group. All I'm saying is that there is a bunch of these guys, right? Like who would want to try and use all their groups as an exit liquidity by stating that I got some alpha and then like fucking like just for peanut $1,000, $2,000. We don't know. Maybe they are launching the coin themselves or it's somebody else, but just be safe.
I'm ready to get rugged together.
Let's do it.
Feb or something in the next this thing, but we might be coming for CFN, the crypto fight night, because as I said, like the one of the main products Swiper is going to be promoted at CFN with hopefully BitBoy, Ansem, and them. So that's what we are working on. So if that goes through, just on us to sign the contract. Once if that goes through, I think we might even go to Dubai and have like I don't know, small meetup. But mostly it's going to be Feb of next year. updates on Jira M first. Bro, Jirasan is at the floor of Jira M first. Top price. What do you mean, man? Uh, All right, cool guys. I gotta go. But I think we want to keep more of these often, and I think we want to utilize the VC space more here in the Discord. So I think expect to see more of me and Casey, on the Discord, trying some some of our products and like throwing some money in and shit like that. So hope you guys can participate with us and do something together, right? Like I think if you want to support an ecosystem, I would love to have you guys, literally, just start using all our products. That's the best help. If there is some way we can help improvise the product, like for example, we're using Photon, and if we can improvise Bullex or FlashX for whatever that matter, I'm happy to kind of this thing. And of course, we will put out a clear list of what are our products. I think that itself has been missing, right? So we'll put that wherever you guys can support us. If you're using Stake, Gambler is going to have sports betting as well as the next update, and few other things. So if you're using Stake, possibly if you can move to Gambler, I think that also will be massively helpful. You're losing money in Stake, might as well come and lose at Gambler, right? So anyways, so I think that's how we want to create like an ecosystem. Is Gambler live? Yes, Gambler is live. It is based in the UK. So it's not in Malta or some random place. It's based in the UK. For certain countries, certain games are blocked, so it's like IP based. So certain games are available for certain nations depending on where you're logging from, your IP and stuff. All right. Perfect. Anything else? Right, perfect. Thanks, guys. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one. And this coming week, please do help us with the beta testing and definitely early beta testers will also get like separate rewards, and this is how we can also improvise the product. So we hope to have like 50 to 100 of you participate in it. All good.
Thanks everybody
Perfect.
for
Catch
dropping
you
by.
guys.
Thanks, Sean.
Bye bye.